We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Yesterday we heard, now demigods, they are praying to Supreme Lord. Yesterday we heard, O unborn one, please enlighten us regarding the ways and means by which we can offer you all enjoyable grains and commodities so that both we and all other living entities in this world can maintain ourselves without disturbance and can easily accumulate the necessities of life both for you and for ourselves. Krishna is unborn, but we see he's born from Jashoda, not from Devaki, from Jashoda also in Vrindavan. So how he's unborn? Because his birth is not this karmic birth, not due to force of previous actions like conditioned souls. He plays the pastime of being born in this world. In Golok Vrindavan there is no birth pastimes. There Krishna is already that 16 years age, and in Vaikuntha Narayan also does not play any pastime of being born, not even appearing in this world. But Krishna does, but he is unborn. So yesterday I told, because in Gita also it is said that if one does not offer to Supreme Lord food, then in that sacrifice, you will find in, I think, 2nd chapter, then he will eat only sin. But one who offers, he will destroy all sins. So here demigods, they are also asking him, you please tell us how we can offer you everything, and in this way we can maintain ourselves, all the necessities of life, because as long as we have this body, there are some necessities. So how to fulfill those necessities that it is not contrary to devotion to Krishna, and at the same time we should not commit suicide. This body is, we are Atma, we are not this body, so I should kill the body. No, that is not the way. We have to offer everything, we have to earn first as per Krishna's desire. How he wants us to work in this world, that we are accepting, earning, collecting, and then making and preparing and offering to Krishna. He will take, then we will take his prasad. That will be our maintenance. So we will live in this world, we will survive, live in this world in a way that is for the service of Krishna. We heard before in Bhagavatam, human life. In human life, we should have only 2 desires or 2 duties. One is to survive, but for what? For tattva jigyasa, to inquire about the absolute truth. So these both we have to do. We have to maintain ourselves according to Krishna's desire, this material body and everything. At the same time, we should inquire about him, means we should worship him. After inquiring, you will come to know that we have to worship him. So now demigods, they are asking about this process. Tvam nah suranam asi samvayanam kutasta adyah purushah purana tvam deva shaktyam guna karma yono retas tvajayam kavim adade jah. You are the original personal founder of all the demigods and the orders of different gradations, yet you are the oldest and are unchanged. O Lord, you have no source or superior. You have impregnated the external energy with the semen of the total living entities yet you are unborn. Krishna makes the bodies of demigods and all other living entities in creation. So he's the original founder of all living entities. And Krishna says in Gita, I am the seed-giving father. I am giving the seed. In 7th chapter you will find in Gita that there is material energy, his external energy, material energy, composed of all these 8 elements. And there is another energy of Krishna that is marginal energy, conscious entities, jivas, living entities. Both are his energies. So when Krishna does this creation, he impregnates the external energy with the semen of these conscious entities, jivas. He infuses them by his glands. Then, according to karma of their previous cycle, some will be as demigods, some will be as humans, some will be as animals, like this. You are our source. Demigods are saying, you are our source, but you have no source. You are prime cause of all causes, as Brahma told. Sarva Karana Karanam. You are prime cause of all causes. You are self-effulgent. There is no cause of you. You are the cause of everything. And oldest means he existed before this creation. We heard before, he told to Brahma, before creation I was there. During creation I am. After annihilation I will be there. So in that sense oldest, but actually he is eternal, Satchidananda. And jivas also, they are eternal. Maya is also eternal, but Maya, in producing this material universe, is sometimes manifest, sometimes unmanifest. It goes in cycles. Jivas are eternal, but their bodies are temporary. And when there is dissolution, they will enter into him till next creation. Yes. And Krishna is also the giver of all the orders. For those who are staying in this world, according to Vedic prescription, what everyone has to do. And you will find in Vedanta Sutra, also in Gita, in 5th chapter. But in Vedanta there is with question and answer is there. You said that Supreme Lord is creator. So we think, we see, then Supreme Lord must be cruel and partial. Why? This fault is in him. He's cruel and partial. How you can say that Supreme Lord is faultless? Then the answer is given. No, the doubt is there. Why? Because we see some are enjoying in this life. Some are having high positions. Some are suffering. Some are having low positions. Some are demigods. Some are humans. Some are animals suffering. Some are enjoying. So, because he's creator, so he is cruel and partial. But the answer is given by Shastra, by scripture. Their evidence is given. No. Supreme Lord is creating all these in accordance with the activities of the jivas, as per their relative independence. They can choose how they want to work, and according to their work they are getting the results. So some are doing pious activities, they are having higher positions and enjoying. Some are doing sinful activities, they are degraded and suffering. It is not Supreme Lord's responsibility. He is only giving the fruits of actions. You cannot accuse him. He is creating in consideration of jivas actions, then again doubt comes. Yes, that may be true for these lives, but it is stated in Shastra, in Upanishad, that before creation only one was existing. There was no Sat, no Asat, not manifest, not unmanifest. Only he was existing, one. So at the first time, he must have created these differences. Demigods are there, humans are here like this. So he is cruel and partial. Then again, it is quoted from one Purana, I think Bhavishya Purana. No, that he is only one means that at that time everything is within him. You cannot see any differentiation of jivas and these mind bodies at that time, because everything is resting in him. In that sense, he is one. And then when new creation comes, then he will manifest them and they will get positions, but in accordance with the previous creation activities of jivas. What they did in previous creation, when this solution ended, then that information went together with jiva, like a seed formed, and when new creation is becoming a tree, and then again into seed and tree, and like this. So this karma and jivas and Supreme Lord and Maya, they're all onadi, they're beginningless. They have no beginning. So you cannot blame Supreme Lord. As per their preview, and when there is dissolution, that their karma is not fully destroyed, only it is sleeping. In next creation it will come. So you cannot put this fault on Supreme Lord that he is partial and cruel. You will find in 5th chapter in Gita, Krishna says, I am not responsible for activities of jivas. They are acting. I am only giving the fruit. By their beginningless ignorance, they are doing according to their nature, and they're getting the fruit. So here, demigods, they are telling, when creation starts, then he will manifest that mic energy, and he will infuse those jivas inside, and everything will be animated. That is this lila of creation. Of course, above that, there is eternal lila going on all the time. Those jivas who are liberated souls, they will participate in those lilas. Tato vayam mat pramukhayat arte babhu vimatman karavama kimte tvam nah svachakshu paridehi shaktya deva kriyarte yat anugrahanam. O Supreme Self, please give us, who are created in the beginning from the Mahat Tattva, the total cosmic energy, your kind directions on how we shall act. Kindly award us your perfect knowledge and potency so that we can render you service in the different departments of subsequent creation. Their bodies, demigods, they have no this gross body, they have subtle body. Those elements come later. From Mahatattva we heard, first there is Prakriti, unmanifest, material energy, then Mahatattva, manifest, then Ahankar comes from Mahatattva, false ego, in 3 Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. From Sattva they are coming and they are praying for guidance, how we should act, and give us potency. I remember when we were asking Gurudev for that Gopal registration, Then Gurudev gave us guidance, and at the end of that letter he wrote, "May all merciful Sri Guru Gauranga and Radha Krishna bless you with their service and give you the strength to do that service. It is by their grace you get inspiration and capacity, not independently. Those who surrender by Krishna's empowerment, they will be able to serve him. We cannot do independently." So they know this fact. We are marginal potency. Either we are under the influence of Maya potency or we are under the influence of internal potency. When we are averse to Krishna, then Maya catches us and we are, by her grace, we are doing these things here. Of course, Krishna is behind Maya. And when you become inclined to serve Krishna, then with the help and with the empowerment of internal potency, you will be able to do that service. Not independently and not whimsically, according to your own idea. They will give service, that which is pleasing to Krishna. So here demigods, they are asking at the beginning of creation because they have certain duties to do in administration of this world. So here ends this chapter. Next, chapter 6, creation of the universal form. Rishir Uvach Iti tasam svashaktinam satinam asametyasah prasupta lokatantranam nishamya gatim ishvara. The Rishi Maitreya said, "The Lord thus heard about the suspension of the progressive creative functions of the universe due to the non-combination of his potencies, such as the Mahatattva." Yes. Here in the commentary summary, there is nothing wanting in the creation of the Lord. All the potencies are there in a dormant state. They're sleeping, but unless they are combined by the will of the Lord, nothing can progress. The suspended progressive work of creation can only be revived by the direction of the Lord. There was, when Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was in America, then in some public program hall, he was speaking Harikatha about devotion to God, Krishna. Then, in between, one young man stood up. He loudly said, "Swamiji, I don't believe in God." In challenging mood, "I don't believe in God." Then Sai Maharaj told him, "Who has given you the power to say, I don't believe in God? If he will withdraw that power from you, can you say, I don't believe in God?" Even this you cannot say. When that will be withdrawn, then can you say? You cannot say. You will find in Upanishads how when a person, when Jiva has to give up this body, means dying, how all these functions of the body, they will go in reverse order. As one child is born, then gradually they will manifest. Speech and all these functions, they will go. But when one is dying, then everything will go in reverse order and you cannot do anything. So speech will also be stopped. So how long you will have this arrogance that you are independent? No, we are not independent at any time. Never. So Then, because Sai Maharaj is realized soul, he knows who is God and how everything is going on. So then that boy was silenced. By the grace of God, by His will, we can say, I don't believe in God. If He does not give that power, we cannot. This material energy is functioning by His will. Also, Jiva can function only by His will. He can withdraw that. So, Kala Sangyam Tada Devim Bibrat Chaktim Urukrama Trayo Vimshati Tatvanam Ganam Jugapat Avishat. The Supreme Powerful Lord then simultaneously entered into the 23 elements with the goddess Kali, his external energy, who alone amalgamates all the different elements. Kali or Durga, they are the same person. They have some different pastimes, Durga and Kali, or Sati or Parvati, they are the same persons. Maya, the external potency, and here he is quoting, the ingredients of matter are counted here as 23. The total material energy, that is Mahatattva, false ego, sound, touch, form, taste, smell, earth, water, fire, air, sky, eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin, hand, leg, evacuating organ, genital, speech, and mind. All are combined together by the influence of time and are again dissolved in the course of time. Time, therefore, is the energy of the Lord and acts in her own way by the direction of the Lord. This energy is called Kali and is represented by the dark destructive goddess generally worshipped by persons influenced in the mode of darkness or ignorance in material existence. Then 24th is Jiva in Shankya, 24th is Jiva, and 25th is Paramatma, Supreme Lord. Kali you will find in India, in temple. She's having tongue out. She's external potency, but in Krishna Lila, she's Jogamaya, arranging for the pastimes of Krishna. Once we heard there in Parvati, she was praying to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First she heard her husband Shiva is chanting Gaura Hari all the time, and full in ecstasy. Then Parvati asked, who is this Gaura Hari? Then he told her, and he told her, you chant his name. Then she chanted, and after some time, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and she was fully attracted and bowed down. Then she expressed her prayer that I am engaged as a jailer in this world. I have to bind these jivas who are averse to you. So I'm always away from you. You are not merciful to me. You give me some service. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, you are in here, you are Mahamaya, but in my Krishna Lila, you are Jogamaya. Without your grace, no pastime is happening there. Ras Lila and all have pastimes. It is like, Mahaprabhu did not say, but I am explaining, like electricity, same energy, but you can heat with that energy or you can cool with that energy. Same energy, only function is different. So this is expansion of that one. So Kali has two aspects also. If someone worships her with material desires, then she will grant what you want. But in her heart, she is a pure devotee of Krishna. Once, when our Gurudev was in Rajpura, one place in Punjab, then near to where our mat used to have programs, near to there is one very big Kali temple. And every year Gurudev was coming there for programs, but 1 year after some years of coming there, then 1 year suddenly the members of that, those who are in charge of the temple, they came to Gurudev and they invited him. You please have program in our temple. And Gurudev went there and he directly told them, by the grace of Kali, because all demigods they are satisfied with pure devotees, so Gurudev could understand what is going on. Then Gurudev said, we are coming here for many years, but you never invited us, although we are very close. Why suddenly this year you invited us? Because Kali herself, she inspiring you from within your heart, she inspired you to invite us. Why? Then Gurudev spoke that mantra by which they are to worship Kali. I don't remember the whole mantra now, but at the end there is Durga Pritye Hari Bol something. For the satisfaction of Durga or Kali, you Hari Bol, you chant Hari name at the end of that mantra. Then Gurudev told, why she inspired you? Because she is very much tired of you. You are coming to this temple not for her. You are coming to worship her for your own things. O Kali, Jasha Dehi, Putra Dehi, you give me fame, you give me son, you give me daughter, you give me house, give me husband, Dehi Dehi, well, this, in that mantra is there. So you are not actually coming for her. You want to fulfill your desires, these worldly desires. So she's already tired of you. She wants something which will be pleasing to her. Then Gurudev told that mantra, it is in your mantra, you are using that mantra. At the end, it is for the satisfaction of Kali or Durga, you should chant this Hari Hari. So she wants to hear the glories of her master, that is Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, Hari Kirtan, Hari Nam Sankirtan, all this she wants to hear. So she inspired you to invite us here because that will be satisfying to her. No one could say anything because Gurudev spoke the truth by the grace of Kali. She revealed everything. What is the point? And you will find later will come in Bhagavatam, when Jorab Bharat, a pure devotee of Krishna, they thought he's a mad person. He was acting like that so that he will not be involved in these worldly things. So ordinary people, they could not understand. So some dacoits also, they found him in the forest and they thought, let us immolate him, means sacrifice him to our goddess, Kali. Then she will be happy. So they brought in front of Kali, I was in that temple, in Kurukshetra, with that Srila Bhakti Sharantrikar Maharaj, a disciple of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. He was our leader at that time. So, because Gurudev was in Chandigarh and he could not come because he had something, so we went to that temple. And there, Kali, when she saw that her worshippers, they want to sacrifice a pure devotee of Krishna, then she became very angry. She came out of the deity and killed them all with her sword. Means with that sword, with which they wanted to sacrifice him. So she came out. No, this you should not do. He is worshipper of my master. So she became very angry, and in that way she gave benediction to their souls. They could realize they were doing a great mistake. And you will find in when Sati, she was wife before she became Parvati, she committed by that yoga process, she gave up her body because she did not want to be related to her father, Dakshayani, because her father Daksha offended Shiva in that yagya. And then again he was continuing that, so she became angry and gave up her body by yogic process willingly, so as to not be related with him. So then Shiva was playing the pastime of being grief-stricken. He was crying. Then Vishnu came and he made this pastime to cut that body of Sati into 51 pieces to remove that grief. That is all lila to give us teaching. So those 51 pieces of Kali's body, they fall here in India, 51 places, and there are the original temples of Kali. So one you will find in Assam, East India. There her female organ fell down. That is why her name there is Kamakya, Kamakya Devi. You have to go on the hill. And people, they worship her for getting children. Also, the parents of our Gurudev, they worshipped her because they got daughters, many daughters before. But then they went to Kamakya Devi and they were praying, we want to get one son, good son. Dehi, you give us. Then after that, our Gurudev appeared and they gave him the name Kamakya Charan, the feet of Kamakya, or Kamakya Prasad, also grace of Kamakya. That was his name, childhood. So you will find people are going there to fulfill their material desires and they get. But if someone is simple-hearted, like that Brahmin in Brihad Bhagavatam, at the beginning, he was worshipping this Kali on top of hill and was praying, I am very poor, I need some wealth, so you give me. You are my mother, you give me. Then Kali appeared in dream after worshipping, then appeared in dream and he gave him Krishna mantra, but not giving any instruction, only you chant. And at first he did not believe. Then again, second time she had to appear and said, no, you don't doubt this. I'm giving you this mantra, you will get fulfillment of all your desires. Then that this is Akwaita Badwaya, a non-deceitful mercy of Kali. I was that there are two aspects of demigods. One is they are administrators in this world, like parents, and they can give you material things. But if someone is simple-hearted, then they will give him devotion to Krishna. When that Brahmin was chanting that mantra, he did not know the meaning, nothing. Only based on faith, because you don't need to know the meaning, actually. It is like if you know or don't know that fire burns, fire will burn. If you put hand in fire, you know or don't know, it will burn. If you take some medicine, proper medicine, you know its effect or not, or how it is effective, it will work. Like that with mantra properly received. you need not know the meaning. It will work. So he was repeating that mantra, and he got some strange, some other type of bliss inside his heart. Never experienced before. And based on that experience, he lost desires for money, for what he was praying before. He lost. He was thinking, what is this? I need this. Then he started to research, and he came gradually to Gopal Kumar and like this. So what I wanted to say, Kali has two aspects. She can act as this Mahamaya, she can act as Jogamaya. We go in Mayapur Dham, Navadip Dham, we go there to bow down to Kali as Jogamaya. Praudamaya, we go there. And one part of Kali, of those 51, left the finger on the left feet of Kali, but I don't know which one, not toe, but some finger, fell there in Kali Ghat in Calcutta, 5 minutes away from our mat, Kali Ghat. From that finger, that Kali is there. So I was also there so many times in our Calcutta mat. I never went to that Kali temple. But then 1 year, every year, because my birthday was in between Kartik, I used to offer some sweets to deities and prasad to Vaishnavas as service for my birthday. Ordering from one shop, the sweet shop, they are purely making everything, and they are also our mat is also using for festivals and like this they will offer. So every year I could order by phone through that one our brahmachari these sweets, and they will bring, I give my everything. But that year, one day before my birthday, I or it was on the same day, I don't know, or one day before, I said to him, you call them, I want to order these sweets. Then they told him no, he should come here and he should choose. Then I said, no, why I will walk there? Every year they are giving. They can give ladus, or if no ladus, then they can give rasagulas. It's not so important. They said, no, he must come here. They were not giving up. They were pressing, no, he must come here and choose. Otherwise, we will not give. Then I thought this is something strange. Then I went there to that shop and I chose this I want, and I saw that just in little few steps further is that Kali Ghat temple. So I thought, oh, Kali made this arrangement. She wants I should pray for her grace. So I went there with this mood, and I was thinking I will pray for Krishna Bhakti, for devotion to Krishna. I will pray to her. So I went, I took darshan, I was praying. Then by her grace, suddenly I felt inside my heart great inspiration, and automatically it started to happen. Chanting of Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, happening. I felt it by her grace. And I understood that that is her blessing. If I will chant this Mahamantra, then I will get Krishna Bhakti. And really I felt that time that why, before I could not understand, but that day I understood. Why they are saying Kali Ma, mother. I never understood, but that day I understood. Because I felt her grace, really it was like motherly affection. Then I also said, yes, Kalima. But I was praying for Krishna Bhakti and she gave that blessing. We also go to Shiva with same prayer for Krishna Bhakti. And some Indians, they came to our Gurudev and they said, we want to observe this Shivaratri, so how we should do it? Then Gurudev, they were not devotees of Krishna, some other, but they wanted to advise, wanted to get advice. So our Gurudev told, do you believe that Shiva is some superior person to us? Yes. So do we believe he's more wise than us? He knows more than us. He's more wise. He knows what is good, what everything. Do you believe? If he's superior, they say yes. Then Guru said, then if you believe this, then is it not wise that we will worship Shiva, we will do everything as per injunctions of Shastra, how to worship, but we will not pray to him for what we think would be good. If really we believe he's superior person and he knows better than us, then is it not wise that we should pray to Shiva, oh Shiva, please bestow us that which you think is the best for us? Then they said, yes, it is very logical. Yes, we will do like this. Because Gurudev knows if they will pray like this, then Shiva will give Krishna Bhakti. Because that is best, Shiva knows. So, no pravisto bhagavam cheshta rupena tam ganam bhinam samyojayam asa suptam karma prabodhayan. Thus, when the personality of Godhead entered into the elements by his energy, all the living entities were enlivened into different activities, just as one is engaged in his work after awakening from sleep. In previous creation, they were doing certain activities, so those tendencies and the results of those activities, they were stored in information. They go together with Jiva when they're sleeping inside Mahavishnu. Then when next creation comes, then by the will of Krishna, they will be awakened to that thing, like here in this world. And the same is with devotion to Krishna. Our eternal identity is not created, but it is now dormant. Because we wanted to enjoy this Maya. So we were covered by Maya and self-forgetfulness and our relation with Krishna forget. But it is not destroyed, lost only. Or you are not aware because of this. But if you meet some awakened soul, means one who is engaged in the service of Krishna, then he can awake that sleeping soul, and that eternal identity will not be created. It will only be manifested, revealed by his grace. It is not that by some imagination you will know. It's already there, but it has to be awakened by awakened soul. So like we are sleeping and we are dreaming, and in dream sometimes we are flying, sometimes we are attacked by someone, sometimes enjoying or something. There, we are seeing, smelling, we have form, everything in dream. But at that time you are not aware of like who you are in wakeful state. when you wake up, then that will go away and you will immediately understand, oh, this, yes, I am this. Sometimes you may dream, I became very rich person and so many things, but when you wake up, you see, oh, it is not true, and you are as you are. So you remember, and then you also know what is your duty. What is, you are a student, or you are employed in some job, or you are a mother, you have to take care of children, you immediately you know what you have to do. Because of that identity you remember. Like that, when you are awakened into your real identity, that is not created, that is actually you eternally, and you automatically also know what you have to do for Krishna. What is your service? Automatically you know. But this awakenment is also in gradual. Not all details in at once. First, by the grace of Krishna or Guru, one will understand that Krishna exists and I am eternally related to him as his servant. Up to this point, he will be able to feel or understand and accept. Then he will start to do service as per Guru's instruction or Shastra, chanting these services of Vaidhi Bhakti, external, engaging all the senses, all this. Then, when further his realization will be developed, then gradually when his heart will be purified from all these other desires, then automatically Vidhi Margarata Jane Sadhinata Ratna Raga Marga, then he will realize more details about his real self in relation to Krishna Lila. Then also he will know what is his seva and everything. Naturally it will come. It does not need to be created or imagined artificially or anything. Only has to be manifested by following process given by realized soul. So these living entities, they are conditioned living entities. They were also enlivened into their activities based on the influence of Maya, according to previous thing. But they were awakened by Krishna. In the same way, you will be awakened by Krishna's mercy, or even like Kali's mercy or Shiva mercy or pure devotee mercy. You can be awakened into your real identity in relation to Krishna first as a servant, then all details will gradually be revealed. Prabuddha karma daivena trayo vingshatiko gana prerito janayat swabir matrabir adi purusham. When the 23 principal elements were set in action by the will of the Supreme, the gigantic universal form, or the Vishwarup body of the Lord, came into existence. The total, that form of Krishna, that is made of this mic energy. It is like his body. You will find description of it in Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter. Parena vishata svasmin matraya vishwasri gana chuk shobha nyonyam asadya yasmin loka chara chara. As the Lord, in his plenary portion, entered into the elements of the universal creation, they transformed into the gigantic form in which all the planetary systems and all movable and immovable creations rest. Everything, sum total of everything. That is his Virat Rupa. Only this one verse. Hiran Maya Sapurusha Sahasra Parivatsaram Andakosha I Uva Sapsu Sarva Sattvo Pabrimhitaha. The gigantic Virat Purusha, known as Hiran Maya, lived for 1000 celestial years on the water of the universe, and all the living entities lay with him. Then we'll hear. Tomorrow is one special day, Appearance Day of Bakreshwar Pandit, one personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we will hear about him. If there will be some more time, we can continue this Bhagavatam, otherwise day after tomorrow.